Please take a big breath before I begin, my child, my cherished, for what I am going to say will drastically change your spirit. My beloved, you were sent here by the divine for a specific reason. It's not a mistake that you clicked on this. You were nearly carried, dragged, or led to this point. Before I reveal the truth about your current abode, I must advise you of an even more important topic. Please exercise caution, my beloved. The same light that kept you safe overnight has been monitoring you all day. The communication you are presently receiving has been delayed 3 times, blocked twice, and resisted once, as shown in the text. However, heaven decided it had had enough. Send it to its target. I would like you to do one thing before I start, my love. Experiencing the noises you hear. Maintain a relationship so that you can receive additional communications from heaven. The divine realm will immediately open a road particularly for you. Pay attention, my youngster. Archangel Michael reminds me that I only have 2 minutes left to communicate. Therefore, I must act quickly. This is a really important issue, my darling. This refers to the house you live in, the walls that hold your breath, the chambers that keep you alone, and the shadows that hide the truth. My child, your home has experienced an occurrence that you are unaware of and were not informed about. A woman is going to be discovered. Heaven commands us not to ignore this, not even for a moment. Your heart is racing quicker because you are aware that this message is for you, my lover. You were aware that this would happen. Your residence appears to be undergoing a metamorphosis. There is an alternative atmosphere. A faint murmur was audible. It appears like the evenings are increasing longer. The stillness is suddenly clearer to me. You cannot ignore the signs with this one, my child. My beloved was seen wearing a mask while walking. It is the woman whose name has discreetly crossed your mind, the one you are currently thinking about, a mask that heaven is about to remove right away. She had no idea you would be confronted with the reality at this exact moment, which is extremely unsettling. Listen, my sweetheart, before I reveal her position. Your home is under heavenly observation in every room, around every corner, and wherever you go. Heaven has been keeping an eye on you, and I am writing to you now because your spiritual environment is changing. My beloved, there is a transition, a movement, a dispersing of illusions, and the disclosure of hidden motives. My child, you are not the only person in that house. Regardless of your conviction that you are safe, angels have been watching over the windows and standing by the doorway to keep you close to them while you sleep. This is being delivered to you today as a result of the events of yesterday night. My beloved, the truth is plain. Someone tried to criticize you. A woman tried to hide your good fortune by expressing her rage. She tried to establish something in the spiritual realm that surrounded you. She attempted to block the angel's protection of you, but heaven informed her that she had already failed. Would you like to know how, my youngster? Because the instant she attempted to enter your home, it was lighted by a light brighter than any she had ever seen. This light, my dear, my light, consumed every tactic she had devised. However, be cautious. She is not aware that she has previously been shown in the spiritual realm. It will be shown in the real world in the near future. Do not worry, my sweetheart. Heaven isn't intended to scare you. Heaven is directing you to prepare for a revelation that is rapidly approaching your home. The truth will come from the walls of your home, my beloved. You will learn about an exchange that you were unaware of. Suddenly, a hidden component will become visible. Something you overlooked will suddenly become abundantly apparent. My child, this mother does not want you to be informed, but God has ordained that you shall. When you arrive, you will understand why heaven chose to send this word now rather than later. My darling, Please pay attentive attention. There is a reason for your unrest. Sleep no longer has the same effect on you as it had previously. There's a reason you're up at odd hours. Your spirit is talking with you. There is a reason for your capacity to discern something beneath the surface. That is not tension, my dear. That is the revelation that is being delivered. My lover, your home is becoming more spiritually harmonious. When circumstances change, the truth is revealed. My sweetheart, the truth about this woman will be revealed next. Heaven tells you to use caution. It is vital that you attend. It is critical that you remain watchful for the indicators, since she is not being exposed without a reason. Yes, the time is divine. Before I go any farther, my beloved, please listen to this anchor. It is secure for you. You've been selected. God is watching over you. The home is free of any harmful substances. There is no evidence that can be used against you. You will not receive any products designed to serve as a distraction. My child, you are hearing this message today because your home is preparing for something wonderful. Your surroundings are primed for a breakthrough in heaven. Everything that is not a part of that success, including her, will be removed. My sweetheart was full of vigor. It was distinguished by hidden motives, jealousy, comparison, and restrained rage. And God commands that you must comprehend her truth prior to receiving your blessing, as the blessing that is imminent will fundamentally alter your household. Furthermore, she was not supposed to be present, my dear child. The next statements will shake you a little, but they are the truth. That woman was able to obtain something she should not have been able to. She was not allowed to observe her acts. She attempted to manage a thing she was unable to touch. I adored. However, it was under the careful gaze of heaven. This is why heaven is highlighting her. My darling, listen with your essence. Your residence is more than just a structure. Spiritually, it is a place where the divine message being delivered to you might find rest. An individual attempted to cause turmoil in that area. However, the gods have declared that your home will be cleaned soon. When the exposure occurs, my beloved, you will immediately feel two distinct emotions: clarity and calm. The exposure triggers a miracle, causing you to transcend. The knowledge that my child tried to conceal will eventually be disclosed. She'll eventually lose the twist she tried to impart. She harmed an object, but it will restore its strength. Heaven declares that the truth will be disclosed, and you will eventually understand why the delays, slower progress, and uncertainty occurred. It wasn't you. The space in which you were standing still held her vibrancy. But my dearest, heaven has interfered. Your home is going to get brighter. The atmosphere is on the verge of burning. The evenings will be peaceful. These days will be enjoyable. My position as Archangel will relieve the load. Michael, I've entered your territory. My darling, you were chosen to receive this communication. The next half of this letter will explain what she did, why heaven restrained her, and what happened in your home after that. She attempted to manage a thing she was unable to touch. My beloved, yet it was under the careful gaze of heaven. This is why heaven is highlighting her. My darling, listen with your essence. Your residence is more than just a structure. Spiritually, it is a place where the divine message being delivered to you might find rest. Someone sought to cause trouble in that area, but the skies have ordered that your home is about to be thoroughly cleaned. When the exposure occurs, my beloved, you will immediately feel two distinct emotions: clarity and calm. The exposure triggers a miracle, causing you to transcend. The knowledge that my child tried to conceal will eventually be disclosed. She'll eventually lose the twist she tried to impart. She harmed an object, but it will restore its strength. Heaven declares that the truth will be disclosed, and you will eventually understand why the delays, slower progress, and uncertainty occurred. It wasn't you. God intervened despite the fact that her energy was still present near your place. Your home is about to become more comfortable, my love. The atmosphere is on the verge of burning. The evenings will be peaceful. These days will be enjoyable. I, Archangel Michael, have invaded your area to lessen the strain. My darling, you were chosen to receive this communication. Your heavens are opened by the act of spiritual obedience. Relinquish your seed and see what rewards God sends into your life. Do you sincerely think that my protection extends to your home and that the burden you have been feeling is now being lifted? If so, please add your faith to it. Type Amen in the remark space below, not as a single word, but as if you were turning a key in a lock. You agree with God when you say Amen. This suggests that Archangel Michael can watch over your entries tonight. As you write, keep in mind that your concept of home is already changing. The next half of this letter will explain what she did, why heaven restrained her, and what happened in your home after that. I urge you to prepare yourself, my precious child, since the information that follows will bring answers to the questions you have been pondering for months. My darling, you've been aware for some time that there is a problem with your home. You tried to comprehend it. You tried to disregard it. You said to yourself, perhaps it's just my imagination. It's possible that I'm overthinking the matter. It's possible that I'm manufacturing information. However, heaven insists that you did not fabricate the story. Your spirit was aware of an issue long before your senses could detect it. My child, this is the first sign that you ignored. When someone conceals their intentions, a strange heaviness enters the room. Is your loved one still recalling the days when the air felt heavy for no apparent reason? When you stepped in the door and your body instantly felt fatigued, and when you were alone and the silence did not bring you peace? That was not a creation of yours. This was her vigor. Heaven allowed you to experience it before alerting you of the truth, because your spirit is more awake than you realize. The second sign was small but powerful in the eyes of my beloved. Your joy was not as palpable in your home as it previously was. Have you ever noticed how the walls respond when pleasure enters a room? When fear or resentment enters, the walls go mute. Heaven was notified of the tranquility that had come upon your home. This woman's thoughts were unconnected to you, my child. She had comparison wrapped in friendliness, jealousy dressed in gentleness, and hidden resentment wrapped in phony concern for her person. Please do not feel sorry for putting your trust in her. Good people who donate their hearts do not face vengeance in paradise. It is not that you are friendly. There is an inaccuracy in her strategy. It is now time to let go of your remorse for placing your faith in someone who did not deserve it. Type Amen in the comments to signify that you are not responsible for that. When you let go of your guilt, you no longer support her with vitality. In this context, the term Amen refers to a resolve not to punish oneself for having a loving heart. Please exercise caution, my beloved. She did not contemplate the view from paradise. She didn't think about the person who monitors you. She did not pay enough attention to your spiritual identity. Furthermore, she will be discovered at this moment. Being observed, my dearest, is not revenge. It is consistent. The truth is ascending. It is a lovely location that heightens the spiritual aura in your neighborhood. My child, it is crucial that you are aware about an important part of your home. A house is a reservoir of memories. Power is present in a home. A home is filled with secrets. Prayers are held in a residence. A house stores intentions. There has been a recent clash between light and shade in your home. My dearest, are you aware of the explanation for the dramatic changes in your mental condition that occurred at your home? On some evenings, you felt tired right away after going to bed. You felt a lack of motivation on various occasions for no obvious reason. The residence induced a desire to leave for a few days rather than stay. These sentiments were not unexpected. She was trying to retain her presence in your vicinity. Heaven, on the other hand, claims to have let go of her grip. My son, I must notify you of her motives before we can examine her acts. Your home will receive divine purification. The barriers of the spiritual realm are being cleansed. Cleanup activities are ongoing in all regions. A shift in the atmosphere is occurring. Your benefits are about to enter. She is also unable to participate in the next section. My dear, Heaven has been waiting for the right opportunity to tell you this. If you had received the message sooner, it would have been less understandable. It would have been too late to acquire this information, prolonging your misery. However, you are now ready. Please exercise caution, my beloved. This woman sought to close a door that could have helped you advance. She sought to make a statement into the air in your home, which just exacerbated the situation. She uttered things that could have affected you if heaven hadn't intervened. In the spiritual realm, my beloved, words of envy are important. Nonetheless, heavenly protection is embodied in the power of spoken words. Her scheme was soon foiled by your protection. My sweetheart, when she made a derogatory remark about you, it was as if it were only dust. They were never able to contact you. They had no influence on your future. They were unable to penetrate your atmosphere. However, Paradise recorded her intentions. Heaven is aware of all conversations held behind closed doors. My dear, the attention focused toward you will not make you feel bad. It will release you. It will liberate your home. It will improve your mood. Your spiritual burden will be relieved. The truth will not harm you. Speaking the truth will keep you safe. However, the truth will uncover the truths she has worked hard to keep hidden. My child, this may happen in one of three ways. Your spirit will quickly know which one it is. You will be overheard. Someone will unintentionally provide information to you, or she will make a mistake and reveal the truth. My lover, you may not have anticipated it, but heaven says it is already happening. During that moment, my kid, you will undergo an inward shift. A quick sensation of clarity, comprehension, and calm. Because heaven has anticipated her departure from your home in order to allow the unhindered flow of your blessings. My dearest, your home will be adorned in ways that exceed your expectations. Furthermore, no one with hidden wrath will be allowed to approach your miracle. For this reason, she must be identified. So, my child, what was the reason for her behavior? What was she doing that was so nice in front of me, but not while I was behind her? Heaven offers a benign reaction. Her darkness became worse as a result of your illumination. Your serenity destroyed her sense of security. Your bright radiance reminded her of things she had no control over. She was scared about your fate. She hid herself with an unintended smile. Masks, my beloved, are no longer required in heaven. Heaven has been completed with hidden motives. Heaven will no longer allow shadows to linger around your blessing. The time has come for the truth to surface. Now, my darling, listen carefully. Changes are coming to your household. My sweetheart, there are 3 possible modes of exposure. Your spirit will quickly know which one it is. In both scenarios, you will hear something. 2, an unexpected statement will be made by someone. 3rd, she will disregard the rules and reveal the truth about herself. My beloved, there is an event taking place in paradise that you may not expect. When it works, my child, you will undergo an inward revolution. Suddenly, you will understand, have clarity, and feel lighter. This is because heaven has been patiently waiting for her influence to be removed from your home so that your blessings can freely arrive. My dearest, your home will be adorned in ways that exceed your expectations. Furthermore, no one with hidden wrath will be allowed to approach your miracle. For this reason, she must be identified. You may query as to why she was acting in this manner, my child. What was she doing that was so nice in front of me but not while I was behind her? Heaven offers a benign reaction. Her darkness became worse as a result of your illumination. Your serenity destroyed her sense of security. Your bright radiance reminded her of things she had no control over. She covered herself behind an unintended smile due to her concern about your fate, my dear. Masks are not necessary in paradise. Heaven has been completed with hidden motives. Heaven will no longer allow shadows to linger around your blessing. The time has come for the truth to surface. Now, my darling, listen carefully. Changes are coming to your household. Giving can help you realize the potential that God has already built for your life. If you are ready for the revolution to occur in your own home, align your spirit with the movement of heaven right now. Please add these words to the remarks section. It means that I am being purified. Please do not rely completely on my assertions. Pronounce it aloud. When you write this, your spiritual gateways are wide open. You are inviting the divine to pass through your home and remove any heavy objects that do not belong to you. There will be a metamorphosis. It could be the warmth of the space, the air, or the way your spirit responds. This is the first indicator that the cleaning procedure has begun. Her truth will come out if she starts cleaning up. The following piece of this message, my darling, will detail the deeds she undertook, the rationale for heaven's swift decision to stop her, and the consequent transformation of your home as a result of her exposure. I beseech you, my child, my beloved, to take a deep breath. The moment has arrived for the truth to emerge, one stratum at a time, as God intended. My dearest, I beseech you to listen with your inner ear, since the knowledge I am going to share is unusual. This is not a prank. That is not a phrase that is regularly used. Heaven had to wait for the proper moment, breath, and time for everything to come together before bringing you here. My darling, this is the reality you should never have ignored. That woman attempted to invade your spiritual atmosphere without your permission. She made a riskier attempt than breaking into your home, my lover. Her ghost attempted to infiltrate your home. She attempted to infiltrate the sacred place that was reserved for you alone. Heaven wouldn't allow it to happen. Allow me, my child, to explain this topic in the most simple spiritual terms possible. A residence is more than just its walls and floors. A home functions as a spiritual container. Your petitions are stored at a household. Tears can be kept in a home. A home is where your dreams are stored. Your home is the seat of heavenly protection. Someone having bad intentions, such as jealousy, rage, or resentment, tries to change the atmosphere in your home right away. Heaven replies appropriately. That is precisely what happened. With a hidden energy, this woman penetrated your area, my darling. She felt a heaviness within herself, but she refrained from revealing it through her expression. She smiled, but it was not a true one. Although she was compassionate, her soul sent a different message. She pretended to be concerned, but her true feelings were complicated and malicious. She feared that your future would be dangerous to her, my kid. You are feeling threatened by your destiny, the spiritual shield you carry, and the divine favor that surrounds you, and she sought to disturb the serenity and tranquility in your area. However, she omitted to clarify that you are not in danger. You are not concealed. You are not alone on the spiritual plane. Heaven protects you. My lover, as soon as she entered your space with those hidden intents, the angels guarding your home stood tall. I had the impression that I was staying for a longer period of time. It appeared that the spiritual atmosphere was against her. She assumed no one had noticed her disappearance. She intended to hide her actual sentiments. She assumed that her disguise would remain in place. Unfortunately, God witnessed everything. She attempted to communicate with you at your home, my child. It can appear as unsaid rage, thoughts, or words. The volume was not excessive. It was unclear. It wasn't noticeable. The spiritual realm echoed her intentions. Heaven spoke during the reverberation. Something happened in your home that evening, my beloved. Your eyes could not see what your consciousness experienced. The mood was disturbing. I felt dragged down by my seclusion. The night seemed to last for a long time, as is normal. Do you recall the movement of the sky that evening? Angels were keeping your spirit awake, my child, and preventing unwanted energy from entering your body. Something was getting cleaned up. A battle you were unable to witness, but heaven triumphed. This is why you felt tired when you woke up, despite the fact that your body had been sleeping. This is why your mood suddenly changed without any obvious cause. This is what caused your thinking to get cloudy. What made your heart ache is this. This explains why your dreams are so unique. It wasn't stressful. The scenario wasn't chaotic. It wasn't just a concept. You were surrounded by spiritual activity. I beseech you, my beloved, to listen. Heaven shattered her silent intention the moment she let go of it. Heaven swiftly rejected her attempt to curse your tranquility. Heaven did not change your blessings while she tried to conceal them. Heaven sent fire to protect your home as soon as she attempted to enter. Despite her best efforts, she did not succeed. Her plans were unsuccessful. This explains why none of her words had any impact. The presence of heaven protects you from harm. She will be observed since she is my child. This is not due to God's wish to harm her or for heaven to punish her. Rather, it is to prepare your home for the impending wonderful news. Your blessing cannot live alongside her presence, energy, and plans. My darling, refrain from sharing your next blessing with someone who has a hidden heart. It is exceedingly pure, large, and divine. This is why exposure is important. My darling, I will offer you with more information about her activities. Pay close attention. This will become evident after you hear it. She tried to raise doubts in the minds of others. She attempted to instill terror in others. She tried to throw everything out of harmony. She attempted to create a spiritual blockade. She attempted to cause disturbance near your breakthrough. However, heaven stopped everything from expanding. This is why, my beloved, you occasionally felt isolated from your own house. In this fashion, you felt uneasy. This is why little occurrences started to occur. This explains why your emotions appeared to change in an unpredictable manner. This is why your soul was tense. At the time, her seed attempted to grow. Nevertheless, it died before reaching your destiny. Now, my darling, listen with the gravity that heaven wishes. A missing word, a startling confession, a narrative she can't follow, an emotion she can't hide, a message she accidentally sends, a comment made about her by another person, or an unintentional self-reflection. This is how the smallest flaw in the mask of heaven discloses the hidden truth. You'll instantly know you're beloved. When you realize this, it will be like a light bulb lighting off in a dark room. Things that were once inexplicable will suddenly become understandable. It will suddenly become clear how you feel. Your spirit will say, "This is it." That is when your peace will return. Dear youngster, the sixth sign represents both spirituality and strength. Your emotional state will improve once you are in your own home. Your room will become more luminous. Breathing will make the experience more pleasurable. It will be more comfortable to reflect. You will experience an increase in vitality. It'll improve your sleep quality. It appears that paradise is reclaiming your space. My darling, the seventh sign is a true blessing. Suddenly, you will have a clear grasp of the next actions you should take in life. Bad energy leaving a home predicts the future. Paths become clear. Thoughts occur. Opportunity arises. Making decisions is effortless. Confusion is eliminated. Peace grows more robust. Heaven is prepping your home for the upcoming glorious season. The eighth sign, my child, will be an emotional release. It is likely that you will have an overwhelming desire to cry for no apparent cause. You may suddenly feel relieved. Suddenly, you may feel optimistic. Suddenly, you may feel grateful. That is your spirit expelling the awful vibe she brought into your home. It will not be melancholy. You'll be cleansed. My darling, the ninth indication is an experience reserved for a chosen few, an abrupt growth in spiritual awareness. You will gradually gain a better understanding of the problem. It will be clear that there is more to the problem than meets the eye. You will be able to perceive energy more clearly. You will quickly begin to recognize intentions. You will be able to predict changes before they happen. This is the awakening that people who are secure get from heaven. My darling, this is the ninth and final sign. This is the most potent. You will see a big event once she is publicly revealed. A significant advancement, a blessing, a message, a shift in finances, a change in relationships, or just a significant opening since her energy was interfering with something divinely intended for you. When she discovers your blessing, it will enter your life right away. To stay up to date on any prophetic communications from heaven, subscribe to this channel right away. Please do not delay. Please refrain from moving the page. Clicking the subscribe symbol confirms that you are following God's prophetic schedule for your ascension. When you subscribe, you are not simply following a channel, but also making a prophetic pledge to not miss a single message sent from heaven. Sign up now to secure your spot in this celestial alignment. I beseech you, my beloved, to listen. Her disclosure facilitates your climb. The door to your next miracle is wide open as soon as she tells you the truth. This is why heaven hopes that you do not ignore this message, my child. The unveiling of this woman marks the beginning of a new event in your life's heavenly timeline. My lover, now that you understand the meaning of the signals, I will reveal the deeper spiritual reason why heaven chose this time to reveal her to you and what it has been planning for you all along. We are now approaching the most important part of this revelation. My beloved and child, I am about to reveal a revelation that heaven has been wanting to share for quite some time. Before you were unprepared, your heart was not pounding steadily enough. You lacked enough motivation. However, you are now ready. My beloved, remain silent and attentive. Allow each syllable to permeate your essence. The woman who is being offered to you has no intention of harming you. It is happening in order to free you. God in heaven has seen the profound love, quick trust, effortless forgiveness, and support you give to others, even when they are unworthy. This is your best characteristic, yet it is also what makes you appear weak to other people. You have a caring spirit. This was not her objective. You have a sense of acceptance. It was rough for her spirit. Your emotions are genuine. The path of a chosen soul in heaven cannot be hindered by someone with a dark heart, as hers was hidden. There's no need to be concerned, my beloved. I'll now give a more sophisticated reason for why heaven is presenting her now rather than later. You need a clean environment for your next benediction. Heaven has planned an important occasion for you, my child. Greater than you can imagine. Greater in scale than the subject of your prayers. Greater than your history, your fears, and your difficulties. This benediction is distinct from the others. This is not a prank. No, it isn't effortless. It transforms your existence. It will affect your financial status. Your relationships will change as a result. It will make you reassess your position. It will cause sentiments of remorse. It will change your residence in the future. You are on the verge of entering a fortunate future. My sweetheart, the moment has come for you. Have faith, and you will see God multiply the possessions you relinquish. It will significantly affect your trajectory. And God will not give such a large benefit to a spot where someone is harboring hidden hatred, jealousy, or distrust. My darling, your home is on the verge of becoming a sacred sanctuary. At the moment, I'd like you to claim that title as your residence. Please share your thoughts in the comments area. My home is deemed sacrosanct. When you write that, you are not just informing others about your residence. Furthermore, you are setting a boundary for the adversary, negativity, and hidden goals. You are alerting them that they are no longer permitted to stay at this location. Your comment serves as an invitation to the impending miracle, a place where miracles happen and peace reigns supreme. There is divine protection, a spot where your future becomes clearer, and a place where heaven can talk for hours. However, the first step is to eradicate any malevolent energy. This woman was the final hindrance to your blessing, the last phantom in the corner of your home who was holding you down spiritually. Heaven was prepared. Heaven appeared. Heaven maintained control. Heaven prepared itself. Then heaven starts to stir. Please exercise caution, my beloved. If she had revealed the facts sooner, you would have been bewildered. Your blessing would have been delayed if the truth about her had been exposed at a later time. However, she is now being displayed by heaven at the appropriate time. Oh, my beloved, the heavenly scheduling is flawless. You have an irrepressible spirit. In other words, you're emotionally ready. You have a more sharp intelligence. Judgment has arisen within you. You have a stronger inner instinct. You are given additional precautions. You're becoming more in accord. This is why heaven chose today. My sweetheart, this is the real reason she was exposed. She was occupying an area that was supposed to be vacant before gaining your blessing. She was occupying space in paradise that needed to be filled with something fresh. She made an impact on a period of your life that needed the cleaning of heaven. She sought to cast a shadow in an area where full illumination of heaven was required. The heavenly was having difficulties crossing your home owing to her intensity. My dear, heaven will never pour pure water into a vessel containing poison. In order to get your blessing, you must maintain purity. Freedom is required for you to ascend. It is critical that your breakthrough is unequivocal. To carry out your miracle, you must first be spiritually cleaned. For this reason, she must be identified. Pay attention, my youngster. This is the part that most people don't understand. Heaven periodically expels a person, not because of their bad behavior, but because their place in your story is over. Her reign has ended. Her presence has diminished. Her connection to your energy is no longer functioning. Her ability to control your residence is no longer functional. She is no longer part of your spiritual journey. Heaven will now turn off her energy supply to your home. After she is identified, my beloved, an astonishing occurrence will occur. Something that will cause shivers. Something nonsensical. Something that is only visible to the spiritual eye. Despite her best efforts, she did not succeed. Her strategies failed. This explains why none of her words had any impact. The presence of heaven protects you from injury. She will be observed because she is my offspring. It is not because God wants to undermine her reputation. Heaven is not out to punish her. Rather, it is preparing your home for the impending joyful news. Your blessing cannot exist alongside her presence, energy, and objectives. My dear, refrain from sharing your next bounty with someone who has a hidden heart. It is overly clean, overly large, and overly divine. This is why exposure is important. My darling, I will offer you with more information about her activities. Pay close attention. This will become evident once you've heard it. She tried to raise doubts in the minds of others. She attempted to instill terror in others. She tried to throw everything out of harmony. She attempted to create a spiritual blockade. She attempted to cause disturbance near your breakthrough. Nonetheless, heaven stopped the growth of everything. This is why, my beloved, you sometimes felt cut off from your own house. In this fashion, you felt uneasy. This is why little occurrences started to occur. This explains why your emotions appeared to change in an unpredictable manner. This is why your spirit was upset. At that point, her seed attempted to grow. However, it died before reaching your destiny. Now, my child, listen to this with the seriousness that heaven requires. This information is being delivered to you today because her exposure is related to your next level. She must reveal the truth before earning your blessing. The negative energy she emitted is unable to penetrate your future. She may try to appear innocent. She may appear to be oblivious of the events that have occurred. She may maintain her composure. She may prefer to remain nearby, but heaven has already recognized her as someone who tells the truth. It will become accessible to you shortly. You are not compelled to discuss the subject with her when the exposure occurs, my beloved. There is no need for argument. There is no need for confrontation. You will be spared from resisting. The truth will be easily disclosed. There is an error in the text. A rapid shift in an individual's conduct. A misplaced missive. An untruth spread by another individual. She can't hold back her reaction. A disguise that is revealed at the wrong time. Heaven will always choose the best time to protect you, my child, and your home will feel lighter immediately. Your spirit will regain the power to breathe. Your calm will return. You will get better sleep. It will give you an increase in vitality. The wonderful fortune you seek will appear effortlessly. My dear, the atmosphere in your home is going to change. Waiting will end. The peacefulness will be transformed. The dark blotches will disappear. The tension will subside. The rooms will regain their warmth when you awaken, as I, Archangel Michael, have set my shield over your home, my child. The following section of this message will give you a full overview of the ramifications for your life and home if she is open to you. This evidence will back up the information given to you by heaven earlier today. My beautiful and adored, it is time for the indications to appear. Prepare gradually. Heaven will never notify you of an occurrence without first informing you, and these signs are already visible in your surroundings. I encourage you to listen with your inner soul rather than your ears, my love. Heaven talks softly before it, but it shouts loudly later. This is the cause. It whispers before it appears. It shakes your soul first, then the universe around you. My sweetheart, what this woman is being subjected to is not a coincidence. This is not unexpected. It is part of a divine plan, a sequence carefully crafted by the heavens to assure your protection. Heaven will send messages to your home before the exposure. This is the original instance. The atmosphere will alter. My lover, when you enter a room in your house in the near future, the air will feel noticeably lighter. You will feel a sense of calm that has long been missing. It will envelop you like a warm blanket. You will be unable to understand the explanation. You will initially be unable to understand the shift, but it will be your first indicator that heaven is purifying your home. My offspring is the second sign. He is quiet yet powerful. An item that has regularly malfunctioned will unexpectedly regain operation. You may have had problems falling asleep. It is possible that your thoughts have been clouded. A lack of motivation may be the underlying problem. Small items may have continued to break or be misplaced. But all of a sudden, these problems will start to solve themselves organically and without hassles. It won't happen by chance. Your home's repair will be like paradise. The third indicator will be revealed to you via your intuition, my lover. You will learn something about the woman who is going to be exposed in a flash, an inner knowing or a moment of clarity. You will be oblivious of the instant her name enters your consciousness. Not out of fear, but because they are clear. You will not try to attain it. You're not going to look for it. You won't even consider her. The truth will simply emerge in your spirit. That is what heaven has revealed to you, which you have yet to see. My child's behavior will serve as the fourth indicator. A woman who conceals her goals always reveals them once God begins to reveal them. She will experience sensations of uneasiness, avoidance, defensiveness, stillness, or excessive kindness in an unusual way. The mask she is now wearing will start to disintegrate. She will behave differently at some point, my dear. Either too close or too distant. Either extremely quiet or extremely loud. Excessive relaxation or rigidity. She may try to avoid your eyes. She may continue to debate the same things. She may notice a shift in her feelings towards you. This is the spiritual burden of being scrutinized by everyone who puts pressure on her. My child, the fifth sign is the most important. She will tell the truth. It may not be particularly thrilling. It may not be excessively noisy. The disability may not be severe. Someone else's remark about her, an unintentional message she sends, a startling confession, a tale she can't keep straight, a reaction she can't disguise, or an incident in which she expresses something about herself that she didn't intend to. Also, the word is incorrect. This is how the smallest flaw in the mask of heaven discloses the hidden truth. You'll instantly know you're beloved. When you realize this, It will be like shutting off a light bulb in a dark room. Things that were once inexplicable will suddenly become understandable. It will suddenly become clear how you feel. Your spirit will say, "This is it." That is when your peace will return. Dear youngster, the sixth sign represents both spirituality and strength. Your emotional state will improve once you are in your own home. Your room will become more luminous. Breathing will make the experience more pleasurable. It will be more comfortable to reflect. You will experience an increase in vitality. It'll improve your sleep quality. It appears that paradise is reclaiming your space. My darling, the seventh sign is a true blessing. Suddenly, you will have a clear grasp of the next actions you should take in life. Bad energy leaving a home predicts the future. The flow of ideas begins. Opportunity arises. Decision-making is effortless. Peace is unwavering, and there is no longer any ambiguity. My darling, heaven is preparing your home for the coming divine season. The eighth sign will be an outpouring of emotions. You are given additional precautions. You're becoming more in accord. That is why heaven picked today, my beloved. This is the actual reason she was exposed. She was occupying an area that was supposed to be vacant before gaining your blessing. She was occupying space in paradise that needed to be filled with something fresh. She made an impact on a period of your life that needed the cleaning of heaven. She sought to cast a shadow in an area where full illumination of heaven was required. The heavenly was having difficulties crossing your home owing to her intensity. My dear, heaven will never pour pure water into a vessel containing poison. In order to get your blessing, you must maintain purity. Freedom is required for you to ascend. It is critical that your breakthrough is unequivocal. Your miracle must be spiritually pure, thus she must be proved. Pay attention, my youngster. This is the part that most people don't understand. Heaven periodically expels a person, not because of their bad behavior, but because their place in your story is over. Her reign has ended. Her presence has diminished. Her connection to your energy is no longer functioning. Her ability to control your residence is no longer functional. She is no longer part of your spiritual journey. Heaven will now turn off her energy supply to your home. After she is identified, my beloved, an astonishing occurrence will occur. A chemical that causes a unique sensation in the epidermis. There cannot be an explanation for an irrational entity. This is only apparent to people who possess spiritual sight. Your home will instantly emanate an air of newness. Even if the rooms, furnishings, and walls are all the same, the experience, vibration, and atmosphere will be different. It will be quiet and not heavy or noisy. Your slumber will be deep and unbroken. You will not feel tired in the morning. Instead, you will feel optimistic. Heaven has restored your spiritual space, so nights will be pleasant rather than frightening. My love, God has a plain answer for everything. You are entering a new spiritual phase, and every chapter begins with a purification. My beloved, you are entering a new era of divine connection, spiritual awakening, clarity, financial development, emotional stability, and protection. Heaven has chosen you to experience this transition, and it will not allow any impediments. This woman was unaware of the identity of the person with whom she was speaking. That person was oblivious of your safety. She was ignorant that angels were always present. She was unaware that your home is under the God's protection. She was unaware that your name was registered in the heavenly archives. She was unaware that heaven monitors every action you perform. However, she will now be aware of my adoration. The portion following this message will go into detail about the consequences of her discovery for your home and life, as well as the wonderful changes that heaven will bring about. My kid, my dear, you will never again see your home, life, or future in the same way. When this woman's identity is made known, a spiritual earthquake will strike your territory, not to destroy, but to rebuild. Pay heed, my beloved, to your essence. What I am about to say is more than just information. This is a prophecy. It is consistent. The truth is reaching you at the exact moment heaven intended. Following her exposure, my kid, your home will experience an impossibly dramatic metamorphosis. Before you can observe it, you will have experienced it. People will experience it before they understand it. Initially, it will happen gradually and then all at once. I will demonstrate what will happen, my dearest. The first element to be modified will be the air. When her energy is severed from your home, an invisible yet highly powerful force transforms. Despite the fact that nothing has changed, you may feel as if you have more breathing space, or that the space is expanding. It's as if the air is brighter and your sternum looser. Peace will reemerge in the same way that a formerly hindered river can now flow freely. This is heaven reclaiming the atmosphere. My child, the second shift will take place in your psyche. Smog will dissipate. The uncertainty will clear. The weight that has been putting pressure on your thoughts will suddenly vanish. You will have plenty of ideas. Making decisions will no longer cause anxiety. Your mental state will be one of clarity, composedness, and confidence. It will provide a sensation similar to that of a sunrise. Heaven is trying to restore your clarity. My dear, the third transformation will happen in your emotional state. The unexpected worry, the nebulous grief, the irritability for no apparent reason, the weightiness you couldn't explain, and the rage you couldn't name. They will gradually soften, lessen, and then vanish. Your thorax will feel lighter. Your spirit will be at rest. Stability will be felt throughout your mind. This is heaven, and it is restoring harmony to your heart. The fourth change will happen when you interact with other people. Individuals who were previously inactive will start to reconnect. Those who were previously cold will notice an increase in warmth. Those who did not understand your statements before will now do so. Unfortunately, the terrible energy associated with that woman was spreading far beyond your home, pushing those who were previously hesitant to offer assistance to now do so. The surges will stop once she is captured and peace will return. This is heaven's method of removing the commotion. My beloved, the fifth metamorphosis will occur as you sleep. You will get better sleep. You will feel better after waking up. The nightmares will cease to exist. The nights of being awake will end. Even when you sleep, you will feel secure since the person who started the spiritual anguish will continue to suffer it. It will be divine rest for you once more at home. This is heaven's method of restoring your peace. The sixth change will be related to money, my child. Opportunities that were previously immobilized will begin to progress. The previously halted money will begin to circulate once more. Tasks that took longer to complete will be completed more quickly. Ideas that were dormant will be brought to life. The previously confusing trajectory will be clarified. For what reason? Money blessings are scarce in a spiritually corrupted environment. Her energy was hindering your potential to accumulate wealth. This is the obstacle that heaven is removing. My lover, the seventh transformation will occur in the most unnoticeable sections of your home. The atmosphere of a room will become more brilliant. In the corner, it will appear paler. You will feel relaxed during your sleep. Ideas will be present at your workspace. Your home will be pleasantly warm. While the energy settles in your chamber, you will notice a distinct sensation. Heaven is currently cleaning up everything. This is the process of spiritual regeneration in the area where you live. My darling, the 8th transformation will take place in your intuition. Your inner wisdom will become more clear. Your inner voice will be more assertive. Your judgment will be improved. Your instincts will be validated. The impediment to your spiritual vision will be removed, and you will be able to see others' true intentions more clearly. Heaven is directing your essence to awaken. You will be able to recognize the 9th alteration in your daily life, my dear. You'll increase your coordination. You'll make the right decisions. My sweetheart, this is heaven restoring your peace. The 6th adjustment will focus on money. Opportunities that were previously immobilized will begin to progress. The previously halted money will begin to circulate once more. Tasks that took longer to complete will be completed more quickly. Ideas that were dormant will be brought to life. The previously confusing trajectory will be clarified. For what reason? Money blessings are scarce in a spiritually corrupted environment. Her energy was hindering your potential to accumulate wealth. This is the obstacle that heaven is removing. My lover, the 7th transformation will occur in the most unnoticeable sections of your home. The atmosphere of a room will become more brilliant. In the corner, it will appear paler. You will feel relaxed during your sleep. Ideas will be present at your workspace. Your home will be pleasantly warm. While the energy settles in your chamber, you will notice a distinct sensation. Heaven is currently cleaning up everything. This is the process of spiritual regeneration in the area where you live. My darling, the 8th transformation will take place in your intuition. Your inner wisdom will become more clear. Your inner voice will be more assertive. Your judgment will be improved. Your instincts will be validated. The impediment to your spiritual vision will be removed, and you will be able to see others' true intentions more clearly. Heaven is directing your essence to awaken. You will be able to recognize the 9th alteration in your daily life, my dear. You'll increase your coordination. You'll make the right decisions. You will find it easy to finish jobs. It will feel more natural to identify as yourself. Your preparations will be successful. You'll start to walk in divine accord. This is heaven directing you. My dear, the 9th alteration is the most potent.